boosting your confidence. So overcoming imposter syndrome, hey Samantha, and really focusing on how we get you to that next level. And confidence plays such a big part of it. So I am not here to fluff around. I'm going to jump straight in. If you have any questions, pop it below. Let me know where you're watching from. And if you already have a VA business, I'd love to know what it is and what you're focusing on. Sorry, there's a hair right on my nose. All right, so where are all my little thingamabobbies? Beautiful. So 5 ways to overcome imposter syndrome. And I started writing a bit of a list, and I have a few more, so you might add in some activities and things as we go. So bear with me. But the first thing is to acknowledge and be very, very, very clear on what you offer and where your expertise is. I know that sounds really, really simple, but I see it all the time where people go, oh, but I can do this and I can do that, and I can go over here and I can go over there, and they're not clear on just one thing or just one outcome. And so then when you are not clear on what you offer and what outcome you achieve for your clients, you can't talk to that transformation in a really clear manner. So, for example, I help ladies just like you start and scale their VA business. And I've got 2 separate programs that do that. We either have our first Freedom Unlocked, is where we actually jump in and we spend 90 days together and get really clear on your price and your product and what you're offering and who you're selling it to. And then we have Booked Out Boardroom, which is all about systems and teams and AI and all the other fun stuff. But I am helping VAs go from where you are to where you want to be, essentially. Now, if you look back in my previous life and starting out as a VA, I started out doing spreadsheets for people, right? That was my offering. And then I started doing social media, and then I started to learn about websites, and then it really got quite convoluted until I decided, right, social media management is my space. That's where I'm going to play. And I became the lady in the know for that area of expertise. So the other part of that will really, really help you is that when you become that expert for that area, so once you know you're the social media person, for example, and you talk about that in your marketing and your messaging is really clear, and you talk about the problems that you solve and people understand, then they can recommend you to other people. And when you start getting tagged by 3, 4, 5, 6, 15 people in one post recommending you because you're so flippin' good and clear about what you do, that will boost your confidence. It will boost your confidence beyond belief. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is acknowledge what you're really good at and make sure your offer is really clear.